Man once said that if you are not angry enough, you cannot change the world. Anger is a very important factor of changing the world. I would say that are influencing the world today, that are causing positive change. It got to a point that they told themselves, enough is enough. I cannot continue like this. I cannot continue to watch people suffer like this. And these people rose up and they changed their world. So as much as everybody sees anger as this bad thing, it can be harnessed in a positive way, and it can actually drive you and tell yourself that no, I cannot continue to remain the same. Emotions are a fundamental part of human experience. They are the spark that ignites our passion, the fuel that drives our motivations, and the glue that connects us to others. Emotions can be a source of joy and can be a source of pain, but understanding them is very essential for living a healthy and a fulfilling life. Emotions can be very complex, and they can be influenced by a wide range of factors, including our thoughts, our experiences, our relationship. They can be intense, they can be overwhelming, and they can be subtle. And emotions can feel like a mystery, but they are a very powerful tool for our personal growth and self-development. In the new series of Connect with Eleanor, we're going to be exploring the different emotions that make up the human experience, including anger, fear, sadness, and joy. We are going to dive into the complexities of each emotion. We'll be giving you practical tips and strategies for working with these emotions in a healthy and constructive way. Hello everyone, Eleanor is here once again, here to talk about the part 1 of the emotion series, which is the anger episode. Anger is a very powerful but complex emotion. It can be a source of strength and it can be a source of weakness. In this episode, we're going to be exploring the gift of anger, how you can work with anger in a healthy way, how you can harness its power to promote positive change in your life and in the life of others. Many of us, anytime we see people with anger issues, we'll be like, oh my god, no. That guy has anger issues, I don't want to associate with her. This lady has anger issues, I don't want to associate with her, and all like that. Many of us don't really understand what anger is as an emotion. We don't understand the underlying factors. We don't understand the signal that particular emotion is giving us and the message that particular emotion is trying to pass across. So today's episode, I'm going to be giving you the full details so that you'll be able to understand exactly what anger is, how you can harness it, what is indicating, what anger is trying to tell you when you're in a particular situation, so that it will give you more insight on how you can work better with your anger. So whether you're somebody that you have anger issues, or you just want to learn more about anger, or you are curious, or you just want to support Eleanor on this series, I hope you join me as we explore the depth of what anger is. Now, anger is a very complex emotion. It can be powerful and it can be very destructive. When it is harnessed correctly, anger can be a valuable tool for setting boundaries, promoting self-respect, and defending oneself and others from harm. However, when anger is not managed properly, it can lead to negative consequences such as damaged relationship, hurt feelings, and even physical harm. Despite the fact that anger has negative consequences, it can also bring several gifts. So I'm going to be telling us what are the gifts of anger. The first gift of anger is conviction. Anger can give you the courage to stand up for yourself and others, to advocate for what you believe in. Take for example, probably you are in an office setting and you see a particular colleague always being bullied, always being looked down upon, and then you just get angry and you just go and report to the management that, sir, we cannot continue like this. This particular colleague is always being bullied, is always being looked down on, and it's not fair. This anger was what pushed you to actually make a positive change in that colleague's life. The thing that I would say is that proper boundaries. Anger can help you set and maintain proper boundaries, essential for maintaining healthy relationships. Let me give you an example. You have a friend, and this friend is someone that just talks anyhow, and probably when you guys were having conversation, your friend just insulted you, and then you get angry and you're like, please, I don't like the way you spoke to me. It was not nice at all. Please, anytime you're having conversations, be mindful of the way you speak to me. As much as you are my friend, as much as I love you, there is the way and the manner of approach, and there is the way you speak to people. You understand? By letting that friend know you have one way or the other set proper boundaries. Now, if that friend spoke to you that way and you did not get angry, you just let it slide. The truth is, you will not be able to set proper boundaries. So anger was actually what, the fact that what that person did actually annoyed you and made you angry. That was what made you speak out, and that was what allowed you to be able to set proper boundaries. That anytime you're having conversations, please be mindful. I'm not someone that is comfortable with negative words, even in friendship. Another thing is that healthy self-esteem. Anger can promote self-esteem and confidence. Helps you feel more empowered. There is a way when you see social injustice or you see somebody being treated anyhow, there's a way you just get angry and tell yourself that, why will you people continue treating this person like this? And normally, if you're somebody that you're a really shy person and you don't really know how to speak up, there is a way the anger will just boost your adrenaline and you will just go and meet the person that you cannot continue to treat this person like this, you cannot continue to behave like this. So in situation where you're somebody that you are very shy, once you are angry, there is a way anger just temporarily removes that shyness that people have. Now, another thing is that anger can serve as a protector. Like I said the other time, probably you see somebody being bullied, or you're even the one that your friend spoke to you the wrong way, or your partner spoke to you in the wrong way due to the fact that you guys had misunderstanding. There is a way anger can help you defend yourself and also protect others from harm. Anger can facilitate healthy detachment. It allows you to separate yourself from toxic situations. Let me give you guys an example. There was a particular colleague in my place of work that, she's used to speaking to people anyhow. And, I was kind of tolerating her, due to the fact that, okay, we work together and all. But there was a particular day that she just spoke to me anyhow. And I told myself, I cannot continue this association, even just because we are working together. So I had to detach myself, because I knew that this person was a toxic person. But it was my anger that actually made me take that step. So like I said, anger can facilitate healthy detachment. It allows you to separate yourself from toxic situation. In cases where you and your spouse are having arguments and you are angry, you just tell yourself that I cannot continue to stay in this room with you because I don't know where this anger can lead me. And you just leave that environment until you are calm and cool, then you can deal with the situation. So there is a way anger helps us to detach ourselves from situations that are very unpleasant as well. So now, I've talked about the several gifts that anger can give, which is conviction, proper boundaries, healthy self-esteem, protection, and healthy detachment. When you're experiencing anger, it's essential that you ask yourself these questions. I know many of you will be like, okay, when you are angry, you cannot think, you cannot do this, your anger is this and that. But it is very essential to ask yourself these two important questions. What exactly do I value? Now, this question will help you understand what is driving the anger and what is important to you. By understanding your values, you will understand what exactly is causing your anger and how you need to address it. Another thing is that what must be protected and restored. This question will help you understand what you need to address, what you need to protect in order to resolve the situation. So by understanding what you need to protect and what you need to restore, you can take steps to actually address the situation without, in order to prevent similar situations from happening. So anytime you see that you are angry, ask yourself these two essential questions. What do I value? And what must be protected and restored? They are very important. Once you can answer those two questions, you'll be able to know how to address those issues that makes you get angry. Anger. When it comes to anger, working on it is a step-by-step process. Years ago, I was battling with a lot of anger issues. Any single thing would just make me spark. But I told myself that I cannot continue like this. So how did I overcome it over the years? Connect with your values. Understand what is important to you before you respond when you are angry. Another thing is that find a way to ground yourself to the point that you will not let your anger take over you. You'll be able to pass the message across without hurting the other person. Another thing is that setting boundaries. Like I said, setting boundaries is very essential to maintaining a healthy relationship and protecting yourself from harm. So anytime you see yourself in a situation where you are angry, try and connect with your values, ground yourself, control yourself, and set boundaries. By understanding the gifts of anger, asking yourself important questions, practicing anger in a healthy way. You can harness the power of anger and use it to actually promote healthy relationships, self-respect, and personal growth in your life. For the next segment of today's episode, we're talking about the nuances of anger. Learning the nuances of anger can help you navigate your emotions better. Now, there are different types of anger, there are different forms of anger. The first nuance of anger is soft anger. This soft anger is a mild form of anger, and it can manifest as the following: annoyance, a feeling of irritation, frustration that can be triggered by minor issues. Okay, maybe somebody stole your pen, or maybe somebody stepped on you. Another thing is frustration and protectiveness. So we have annoyance, determination, frustration, and protectiveness. So this is just a mild form of anger, which is that somebody is being treated unfair and you actually want to intervene. You understand? Your anger is not yet, it's still in level 1. Or somebody just did something that annoyed you. Just feel like, I need to address this issue. It's already getting out of hand. As at that stage, you are still seeing everything as clear as it is. So that's soft anger. So soft anger can just be like a gentle reminder that you need to resolve this issue. You need to solve this issue before it escalates into something else. So that's like the first stage of issues that you have with somebody. This person just annoyed you a little, and you're like, I need to solve. So this soft anger is just like a message that address this thing before it gets out of hand. Now, the middle level of anger, which is the medium anger, is offense. Probably someone hurt you. Someone said something that they shouldn't have said to you, and you just feel so offended, and because of that you just stay away from that person. You haven't even had a chance to even talk to the person, but you are just so hurt by what that person did, and you just have to stay away from that person. Another thing is that madness. When you're so angry to the point that, why would people behave like this? Why would you treat me like this? Why would you treat people like this? Why would you treat my friend like this? So that's just like a middle level. Like you are telling yourself that I cannot continue to cope with this. This medium signal is telling you that before you know, madam, you will sparkle. So it's better for you to solve this issue fast. So that's what that medium level is. It's already telling you, maybe that person has done it for you the first time, you overlooked it. The second time, your emotion is telling you, madam, address this issue before it gets out of hand. That is what medium level of anger does. It's already telling you that before you know, you will slap this person. So it's already telling you that you need to quickly address this issue before it gets out of hand. Now, the last level is the intense anger. That one, you are enough is enough. Probably because of the first signal and the second signal that your anger gave you, but you did not pay attention to it, or you decide to overlook it, or you didn't go and confront the person at that particular time when you were still calm. Now, this intense anger is very strong. It's not something that is advisable because it can be very destructive. You understand? It's very intense, like fury. You're not even seeing anybody again. In short, at that stage, anybody that tries to stop you can just slap the person. So that one is on another level. This person has been offending you for a very long time, but you have been keeping it. You've not been addressing the issues. You've not been talking about it. So it has gotten to a point that your emotions are already haywire. So that is why anytime you see that you're already having these signals, try to work on it fast before you get to a point where you will not be able to take back the things you say or the actions you give. I always tell people, everybody gets angry. It's just part of human nature, but it doesn't mean that you should get to a point where you have intense anger and rage, and then you start destroying things, destroying people, harming others. You say your emotions is already giving you signal that this person has crossed the line. Address it immediately before it gets to a point where you are not seeing anybody again. You can actually slap anybody that comes your way. A powerful man once said that if you are not angry enough, you cannot change the world. Anger is a very important factor of changing the world. I will say that are influencing the world today, that are causing positive change. It got to a point that they told themselves, enough is enough. I cannot continue like this. I cannot continue to watch people suffer like this. And these people rose up and they changed their world. So as much as everybody sees anger as this bad thing, it can be harnessed in a positive way, and it can actually drive you and tell yourself that no, I cannot continue to remain the same. So anger plays a very crucial role in setting boundaries and maintaining healthy relationships. When it is harnessed properly, anger can help you Number one, set boundaries can help you establish and maintain healthy boundaries. Okay, this is the line that you cannot cross. As much as you are my partner, as much as I love you, there is a line you must not cross. The thing is that anger helps you to honor your individuality. Anger helps you to be your own person, articulate what you value, articulate the limit of how much people can treat you. It makes you have a form of high self-esteem that, okay, as much as you can offend me, I can decide to forgive you. There is a limit to these mistakes that you can make. There is a limit, there is a line that you must not cross. Set boundaries to honor your individuality, to protect yourself and others. Boundaries are very important. When you see relationships that are thriving, relationships that are fulfilling, that there's healthy communication, is because there is boundary in between them. Everybody knows that this is the line that I must not cross, no matter how angry I am, no matter how offended I am. So, importance of boundaries. We have healthy relationships. Boundary helps you have healthy relationship. The reason is because if you're in a relationship with somebody and this person gets to talk to you anyhow, he gets to walk all over you, that is not an healthy relationship. It's already turned into something else. Another thing is that anytime you set boundaries, you communicate your needs. You communicate the expectation. Okay, this person is my friend. I expect you to value me. I expect you to respect me. Let this person know that this is what I expect from you as the friend, as the family, as the partner. So that is what boundary does. It's not like it's one big word like that. It's just a way of communicating that this is how I want to be treated. This is the level of insults, or should I put it that way, or this is the level of hurt that I can accept. Anger will help you identify your needs and communicate it with others. Another thing is that anger will give you courage to set those boundaries. Anger will give you the grace to be able to maintain the boundary. There are so many of us that we can actually set boundaries and tell this person, okay, don't treat me like this. And the person will still cross the boundary. Once the anger comes, is another indicator that you need to establish those boundaries again. Madam, the other time I told you, the way you spoke to me, I did not like it. Please, let's be guided. So, by communicating it and recommunicating it, because there are some people that, even if you tell them that you're supposed to treat me like this, you're not supposed to treat me like this, they will still misbehave. What I mean is that you teach people how to treat you. If you don't set boundaries with people, they will cross that line and they will keep walking all over you. So once that person crosses the line the first time, then you feel like, okay, you are angry. Now, the first step is letting that person know that you cannot treat me like this. You can't talk to me like this. Once that boundary is established, you maintain it. For no reason do you allow that person to cross the line again. And if that person should cross the line again, you keep telling them until they know that, okay, this girl is not somebody that you mess around with. Some of you will be like, Eleanor, why should we establish boundaries? Number one, to prevent resentment. If you don't set boundaries, you don't communicate your needs, you don't let people know that this is not how you're supposed to treat me, you'll be resentful. You'll be feeling hot inside. You'll be dying inside. Why that person will be smiling as if they did not do anything. Another thing is that you will be tired. Anytime you remember that person like this, it's as if everything will just be boiling from within you. You will not have healthy relationships, and that's the truth. So you must set proper boundaries, and your anger will be the one that will be a defining factor on how you set those boundaries. So by understanding all this issue of setting boundaries, it will help you have healthy relationships. Now, we're going to be talking about how you can channel your anger, honor your anger, and then how you can work with your anger. So that's going to be the last section that we're going to be talking about on today's episode of Connect with Elo on this issue of anger. Now, the first thing is channeling your anger. Let's take, for example, you're having a conversation with your friend, and this friend said something really bad to you. Now, the first thing is that you feel that anger inside of you. Don't try to ignore it. Welcome that feeling. Okay, this person said this to me and I got angry. Now, what can I do in this situation? Then you decide to speak up. The way you spoke to me, I did not like it. It really made me angry. you've dealt with it like that. Then you watch and observe the person again. Now, once this person says that, okay, my friend has actually told me that she doesn't like this, and this person did it the second time, you address it again. You have to learn how to channel your anger into positive solutions. Anytime you feel like you are angry, the reason is because you have to recognize the importance of anger. Without anger, we cannot really do much in this world. You have to be angry enough to change the world. So anger is a very powerful emotion that if it is harnessed properly, it will really transform your life. But if it's used in a very immature way, it can really disturb a lot of things. That when you learn to work with your anger, you channel it, you honor it, you don't disregard it, you don't see it as an evil thing, but you see it as a message. It will help you to improve your relationships. Your friends and people around you will know what you can take and what you cannot take. And then it will make you to be more self-aware that, okay, this is what people can do to actually get me angry. So it will give you the grace to be able to set boundaries. And another thing is that it will help you grow personally. So it is very important as the person to learn how to work with your anger, how to channel it, not hate it or see it as something bad, but use it as a tool to make your relationship better, to make your life better, and to make the world better. Hey everybody, this is the truth section, and I want to tell you guys a quick story about my anger process and how I was able to work on it over time. Now, for people that know me in the past, I'm this kind of person that I easily get angry. When I mean I easily get angry, I mean you can just say one little thing like this, I'll just spark immediately. What do you mean by that? What are you talking about? Now, over time I realized that I was always angry, and I was telling myself that why will you be getting angry? Now I found a solution to my problem. I'm this kind of person that I really love mingling with people. I like associating with people. Like, I can meet you for the first time. Oh, hi, hello, bring the positive energy and the positive vibes. But now, to maintain those hi, hello, it's possible that that moment where, the energy that I give those people at that particular time, probably is not functioning again. I'm now in my introvert season. Now, these people that have said hi, I've accommodated. Now, it's not difficult for me to maintain them. Now, these people have seen me as a friendly person, as somebody that no matter what you do to her, she will always be smiling. Now, if the person should cross the line, I'll just spark immediately. Why will you talk to me like that? People will be like, hey, Jesus Christ. You mean, is this sister that was so nice to me the other day? See how she just got angry like that. Now, over time, I realized that, it made people feel like probably I was pretending to be a nice person. It's not like I was pretending to be a nice person. I'm actually a nice person. But when it comes to channeling my anger properly, so over time, I had to learn that. I try as much as possible to reduce that cycle, so that when my introvert self comes in, I will not be like, why is this person? So it took me a lot of time to understand the kind of person I am, to understand my dual nature, and to be able to harness it properly. Anytime I feel like, okay, I'm angry, I will let you know, madam, you did this and this, I don't like it too. It has gone like that from my mind. But me keeping it and then suddenly just sparking, there's a way the person will feel like, what is going on here? So a particular friend in the past that, because of how I came across to her, I came across as this nice person, I can take anything. And then she just did something to me, and I was like, why will you talk to me? Why will you treat me that way? In fact, she was so stunned. She was like, are you kidding me? Like, she was not expecting it, because I think she had this notion that I was a nice person, like she's someone that can take anything, she's so mature that she can take any insult you get. So she was not expecting me to actually spark like that. So when it comes to you as a person, learn to express yourself. Let people know the kind of person you are. Don't bother to pretend. Let them know I'm a nice person, but I have boundaries, and once you cross it, I will give it to you back to back. You have to learn it, because it will affect your relationship. People will be like, I thought she was nice, because they thought you were a pushover now. And then when they now realize that you are not somebody that they can push around, it now starts to something that she has changed. I don't even know what is wrong with her, blah, blah, blah. So learn to discover the kind of person you are and communicate it effectively. That's all for today's episode of Connect with Eleanor. I hope you're able to learn about anger. I hope you're able to learn that you need to harness your anger properly. You need to know the kind of person you are. You need to communicate. You need to use this tool of anger to change your world, to change your life, to change your purpose. I mean, Connect with Eleanor came as a result of anger. I was just angry. I wanted people to change. I was just tired with the fact that people we had spiritual but did not understand their mind, they did not understand the way the enemy works. You understand? I was just all angry to the point that I needed to change something. I needed to help people. So that is how anger can be used in a very positive way. Thank you guys so much. I celebrate you. I will see you in another episode, in another series, talking about the other types of emotions and how you can harness it to make a greater change in your life, in your relationship, and in your world. I love you guys so much. I celebrate you. Bye.